Hello, friends. Here I am again with the second part of a Digboi visit. Which I had shown the first part before this in my previous video about the oil fields of Digboi and the bunkers of the Second World War. Now we are going to another destination in Digboi, that is the Digboi Centenary Museum, and this is the way through which we are going out of the oil fields now. And this is also a very beautiful pathway, and this is the residential area actually of the IOCL and Oil India officers here. And you can see here some very beautiful colonial era bungalows here. This is a very unique feature of Digboi actually, where the Britishers had built these bungalows long back, and these are used by the officials till today. It's a very beautiful landscape full of greenery. So when we went to the oil fields, I showed you in the previous video, it's completely lush green there. Even wild elephants and leopards also are frequent visitors to those places. They come till here also, to these residential areas also. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse of this a beautiful place, these bungalows actually. From the bus itself, we are not stopping here. From the bus itself, I'm trying to show you the bungalows here. There are many bungalows here. This is the Mulyabari area actually in Digboi, and there are some more bungalows in Shillong Road. There is a place called Shillong Road here, which is also very beautiful, with lots of bungalows here. See, these are the bungalows which were built by the Britishers. So before proceeding to our next destination, just have a glimpse of this. And after this, our next destination is the Digboi Centenary Museum, which is also full of history. As I'm taking you there, we'll go only to the outside of the museum, because after that we have yet another destination in a different town, which I will show you in my next video. But this is the place. We have now come to the gate of the Digboi Centenary Museum here. As you can see, the children are getting down from the bus once again. Teachers are there, okay, and we are now going to enter the gates of the Digboi Centenary Museum. It's called Centenary Museum because it was constructed when Digboi Refinery completed 100 years of service here. So it was established in 1901 actually, and it is the first refinery of Asia. It has the unique record of being the first oil refinery of Asia, in fact. So that's a very big, you can say, record. And now we are entering this complex of the museum, and the walls here are very nicely engraved with the history of oil in India. That is the Naharpung history, as you can see, where oil was discovered near Digboi in 1866 on the footsteps of elephants. That is the unique thing here. And after this, research started here, and the first refinery was set up in 1901. So this museum has been built with the first oil well. So this is the iconic symbol of the one-horned rhinoceros, and there you can see the oil rigs which are there in many places of Digboi. Last video I had shown you some of the rigs inside the oil field, and see here are the dates given here: December the 11th, 1901. In fact, this Digboi refinery was commissioned on this day, and the entire history has been engraved on the walls of the museum. There are many such things which you can see here. So while entering the museum itself, you will need quite a lot of time to read the history of Digboi here. So Assam is called the land of Red River. Okay, so there you are. Our children and our teachers are going in front of me. That is the Steel Well Road, which runs from Lido in the extreme northeast to Burma, and that road was used by the Second World War soldiers actually to go to Burma. And so we are now inside the complex of the museum. This is an old vintage car, and as you can see, very finely manicured. This thing models are there. This is a fire brigade actually of the British era, So, and it's a BOC, it was a Burma Oil Company, and a petrol pump belonging to that Burma Oil Company has been depicted here in the uh, complex of the museum. We are not going inside the museum as I told you, but we are going only to the outside of it. Here I am with my one of my colleagues here, taking rest for a little while, and there is another manicure of a, a man in a petrol pump. Also, these are different exhibits here, and the children are enjoying here very much. There are many things to learn here actually. So that is a oil pump. Okay, so these are very very old things, more than 100 years in fact now, and many people come from all over the world to see the exhibits here. This is a very famous thing, and I couldn't stop myself from taking a picture of this beautiful bougainvillea there. So now, after looking at all these things, this is the another piece of history which is there within the complex. Another bunker. Air raid shelters were constructed all over Digboi during the Second World War for the soldiers to take shelter when Japanese planes attacked this part of the country, because this was British India at that time and Allied forces were stationed here. And when Japanese planes attacked these areas, the soldiers used to take shelter in these bunkers. So these bunkers, you cannot enter this bunker, but the previous one in my previous video, I had shown you that we can enter those things, but this one, it's difficult to enter here. But this was a bunker. As you can see, this is such a wonderful piece of history we have here. This type of bunkers are many in number in Digboi. Some have been destroyed, as I told you in my previous video also, but some are still intact. That, as you can see here, it's written air raid shelter constructed during the Second World War, and this is inside the complex, the museum complex. In fact, the door is from this side. Door also has been buried now under the ground. So this is the bunker where the soldiers used to take shelter when bombing took place from Japanese planes. So this is the entire complex, and the far you can see the well number one, from where oil was drilled for the first time. There are children are now moving out of the complex because we have another place to go, to Margarita. So my next video will be on Margarita Coal Museum. So this is the air raid shelter, and I took a picture there. And now we are on our way out from here. So see you in my next video. Bye bye.